Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 1. And today, this is Matchday 25. I cannot believe we are almost at the end of the season and almost at a position where we can crown the first league champion. I'm glad to welcome a commentator who joined us early in the season, and then we've seen nothing of him since. Mr. Duggan, how are you?
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, glad to be back on for an evening's entertainment. Not done much swemping recently. I mean, the protracted house move and such like, but you've got a bit of a party going on, is that right?
Yeah, mate. I've got a couple of people around tonight, so if it gets a little bit noisy in the background, you'll have to let us know. I've obviously he's my best mate. He's here.
Evening, you all right?
Yeah, I don't know if you hear him in the background there. He's
Yeah,
got a couple of people back.
Yeah.
I've got Tato here. I know Scott's taking Tato's team tonight. So Tato popped round, and we've just been talking about the whole kind of Gylfi Sigurdsson thing. Tato, mate, what were you saying about? Because we were just saying whether it'll be funny if his agent, if obviously there's nothing being proved against Gylfi Sigurdsson at the minute, but if his agent tries to kind of like get him back into football and tries to get him back on the pitch at Goodison, what do you reckon, Tato? Tato, are you there, mate? Oh, he's passed out. Just give us 2 seconds. Tato, what were you saying about him trying to get on the pitch?
I would like to see them try.
Oh, I would like to see them try. I don't know if you heard that there. Obviously, Dimble's got a lot of opinions on football. Dimble, what's your thoughts on the whole kind of accusations? Should he play again? Dimble, sorry, he's 8 foot, Dan, so you've got to like really shout so he can hear you. Dimble, do you think you'll play again?
Shouldn't be anywhere near a pitch of this standard.
Well, you've heard from Dimble there. You shouldn't be anywhere near a pitch at this standard. I've got Mr. Savage here as well. Mr. Savage, obviously he's got vast experience in managing accused sex offenders. Savage, how have you dealt with accused sex offenders in your teams in the past? What have you done to kind of make sure the heads don't fall off?
Bit of a cuddle, bit of a reassurance.
Bit of a cuddle, bit of a reassurance. That's what Savage would do. Savage, thanks for that, mate. You were just talking about his wife. I mean, what do you think the impact on his missus is going to be?
He's cheated, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, he has cheated. That's the accusations. That's the accusations. Steve's here tonight. He's hot-footed it all the way from the showers with Fifey at rugby. He was just saying, he was just kind of trying to describe how Sigurdsson's allegedly, and I must stress allegedly, Swemp FA takes no responsibility for any accusations. Not. But how do you think he's potentially been caught, Steve? I mean, we've all been there, haven't we?
We just stood up top with his shorts around his ankles, dangling it out.
Just stood there with his shorts around his ankles, with his thing out, dangling around. And lastly, Fortuna's here, Quentin Fortuna's here. I know he's a good friend of yours, and I think he sums it up perfectly. I mean, it's life really at the end of the day, isn't it, Quentin? What do you reckon?
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
That is indeed the way the cookie crumbles. Dan, that's it from me.
Oh, it's great to have so many people, a bit of a party going on, and. Are you all having a sort of watch along then? Is that the plan?
We are, yeah. Watch along and just generally catching up because it's been a long time.
We'll swemp along. Lovely. Good stuff.
Daji's
here as well. Good evening, Daji. Welcome to I know you've not seen too many live performances, but at least we're starting at a normal time. We aim to finish before 2 a.m, so it'll all be good. Fixtures for today, and just taking a look at those. The obvious one that is the key one is that Trafford could win the league today against Fortuna. I know you're a huge Trafford fan yourself, aren't you?
I am, and I'll keep my powder dry until we get on to Trafford, until we get there later, because I've got some things to say about Trafford, to be honest. That have no doubt been said by other people. It's a good job it's not 2:00 in the morning, because the only way I could ever justify commentating at 2:00 in the morning would be if I was 12 beers deep, and that probably wouldn't be PG for what I've think about Trafford and his team selection. So yeah. I mean, I hope they all get AIDS and die. That's what I think of Trafford.
Apart from Dudgy, Dudgy's good. He can stay for next season with his new team.
Listen. He's a good lad. But come on, sort it out.
I'm looking forward to seeing his team of Norwegians next season. It's going to be completely different for him. And
Asana and Daiji, and Ruud van Nistelrooysen, and Jaap Stammis, and I'll really look forward to that. Yeah.
Brilliant. So Dibble's here. Good evening. We've already heard from him, of course, but he's on the chat as well, and Quinton's done the same. So, so Trafford could win the league playing against Fortuna. If Fortuna can pull off some kind of miraculous draw against them, we'll take a look at their previous result, of course. But it still leaves the door open for Phoenix, and then it would be the whole winner takes all next week in the Phoenix Trafford finale.
Oh, let's have that. That's a good setup. Let's have that.
That is what we need. Yeah, Daji, if you want to throw the game today, feel free. And then a bit lower down, Hull's East Coast of Falaraki. What a rise it's been for them recently. All in battle there. David's here, going down to 8th place in the league there. David tonight has picked the team for Wolfie, who wishing Wolfie well at the moment. He might well come and join the stream, but. Wishing him well.
Have you? Yeah, I agree with that. All the best, mate. But have you ever seen him and John Hartson in the same place at once?
No. But then again, I've never actually seen Wolfie in real life. I haven't seen John Hartson either, to be honest.
Do you know what, Dan? Nobody's ever seen Wolfie.
You think he might not exist?
Yeah, I just think he's a beast in the night.
He's a figment of our imagination. That's potentially the case. Yeah, we could all be, to be honest. Playing a weak team today, trying to lose. Imagine it was the case. It isn't. It isn't. And then we've got so Robbie, of course, has said his goodbyes to everybody at the moment, and Allenwell playing their way out of the season. They did win 6-0 last time without him, so. There's still hope for them. It looks like they've secured 6th as it is. Badgers with Scott picking the team today. Tato taking a back seat. Ready for next season, I think, at the moment. Then a bit lower down, Ewan. He's got a good chance of finishing as high as 8th. Then your own team, 10th. Absolutely flying now into 10th place. Do you reckon you can sneak 9th or even 8th?
Probably, yeah, I reckon so. I mean, all of these Russian mad heads in this team just love a tackle. So I think I've probably, in terms of like yellow cards and red cards, I think I've had the most out of everybody in the league. I would reckon. So struggled a little bit with that. I mean, you could just absolutely show us up here that it's not the case.
No, you are up there. Yeah, I mean, East Coast.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
we would imagine that East Coast would be up there with that bravery stat going on. Trafford taking plenty of cards, but you're absolutely.
I reckon Reds. I must be up there for Reds. I think I've had a good few. No, not really. Okay.
It's 3 off the top of East Coast again. There they are. But everybody has had red cards, which is, of course, sometimes you do get a team without a red card during the season. Flamingos with 15 yellows, but I mean they've got to put in enough tackles to get those cards, don't they? So that
absolute fannies. Managed by Fife, you wouldn't expect anything else, would you?
And at the bottom of the table there, anyway, we've not talked about Fortuna, of course, but they've got a good chance of making it up to somewhere, as long as other teams don't. If Fortuna get beaten by Trafford today, I mean, they could end up finishing 11th guaranteed by the end of it. But then the bottom 3, imagine Madrid, Racers, Flamingos. It's been a long time coming, and of course, Flamingos now their aim is to try and get a point and avoid conceding 100 goals. Can it happen? We'll obviously leave the last.
More of that, Dimble. I'm on hand tonight, Dan, as well. You know, if anybody has any like problems in their life at the minute, or things they want to talk about, or just things they need to kind of explore and have a bit of therapy tonight, I'm here. And obviously champ related content as well. So, contributions like that from Dimble tell you a lot about Dimble's life at the minute. So keep going, Dimble.
What is this, the Dear Duggan feature?
Could be, yeah, could be. Let's get it all out there.
That's what some footballers have done. Anyway, let's get into the action. We'll hold the Phoenix and Trafford games till the last 2. obviously Trafford's could be a victory parade at the end, but Phoenix will play their game second last. And we've got at the beginning Wolves versus Hulls, and that starts off with Wolves picking a team that I suppose it's designed to attack, isn't it? And gone back without the defensive midfielder, which I know is a very, very powerful position in the game.
It is, yeah, and this is probably one of my favourite concept squads because it's based around Wolves, but actually has lots of players that never played for Wolves in it as well. So I think that's really original. So it's one of my favourite squads. Yeah, Scally, you'd probably have him as DM, but you'd have to have him as DM. I'm not sure Steve really rates the output you get from him at MC.
Yeah, he is a 20 for centre mid as well. Yeah,
for centre mid as well. Yeah. All right, sound. Yeah, looks strong enough. The front three can all do it, really.
I noticed Dimble's been asking you a question there on the chat.
Okay, yeah, go on.
So, if your 3-year-old starts weeing on you, would you catch it with 2 hands or move out of the way?
Can we just confirm that's a 3-year-old human? And then I'll get back to him.
3-year-old human indeed.
It is. I would absolutely catch it. And save it for a rainy day.
David going with the no DMC for this team. We know Wolfie's played the same sort of setup this season as well, so it's a bit of a tribute. And of course, we can't play a match without looking at Fortesh and seeing where he's up to. Still with some key stats there. Pace is still at 7. Stamina at 11. He's doing quite well there, to be honest. And 2 goals, decent output. Can he get his first?
Has he scored 2 goals?
2 cup goals this season.
Class. Who against?
That'll
be against some random.
Let's have a little look and see how he did. He didn't score against Falaraki. We can go back into the other rounds. Were they all against teams from lower divisions? We'll have a look. Fauska Sprint. He got one then. He got a 9 out of 10. Against Stinker. He didn't score there, so he must have scored. I know they're not called Stinker, really, of course. Just Dodgy. You probably tell me how to pronounce it, to be honest. There it was against Stored as well. So
fantastic.
Yeah, he stored his goals at playing against them. Anyway, last time these two teams met, it was 5-1 to Hulls. And, whether we're going to see exactly the same sort of thing going on, probably not 2 red cards. That's why they're top of the red cards, of course. Up against Hulls, who are back to their full strength lineup. And why not, if you can play a team like that?
Yeah, but again, come on, let's be honest. The Swemp League does not exist to get a pitch full of 11 Brazilians who would win you everything on CMO 1 or 2. This is a home save team. It's an editor team. I refuse to believe that the good people of Norway don't have any creativity in them. And Jens is obviously got the looks, but, I know he's got the creativity. What is he doing?
He picked a team full of one-named players. It was a decent concept. And also he picked it very early before people sort of went for some real lower-class concepts.
Lower-class concepts. All right. I would flip that.
Concepts, lower-class players. Let's go for
that. Yeah, but how many people in that 11 have won the Champions League? Just about every player.
Rogerio, I would say he hasn't.
Yeah.
And Sergio. Did Emerson wouldn't have won it either, would he?
Yeah.
Did Lucio. Not half the team. Elbert would have won it, I think.
And then the bench, Dida's won it. Ronaldo's won it.
Junior.
Amoroso's won it.
Paredes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we know what you mean.
Yeah.
Scott, what did you miss? It was a quality opening, yeah. Badgers game. What was it? 8-9 goals?
Yeah, 9, 10 and a half, I think it was.
10.5 goals. Yeah, 10.5 goals. Classic match. We'll play it again for you later on. We'll revisit the Badgers game. And I wonder who he's calling that. Was it me or you?
Me. I think it was me, but I kind of be honest with them. I've had enough.
Anyway, let's see how this one goes. Predictions from yourself and everyone else?
5-1 Hools.
5-1 Hools again. Ronaldo's never won a Champions League. Oh, is that true?
Do you not win it with Madrid?
I don't know. That's a good fact. If it is a fact there, David, Quinton will be able to confirm or deny such rumours. Shell also refereeing 5-1. You're saying to Hools as an away team there. Anyone else in the chat? I think the chat's all heading in a different direction, isn't it, at the moment? Quinton going 3-1 Hools. He needs a Hools win to keep himself in the chase for 8th. Proper Ronaldo. Yeah, proper Ronaldo. There. Anyway, let's kick it off.
Has Antonio Fortes won the Champions League?
3 times, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lucio won with Inter. Oh, I forgot Lucio played with Inter. Yeah. It's a good little nugget of factual facts. Anyway, early stage of this game, it's 0-0. We've had a chance so far, nothing really testing. Raul's missed the target there. And I don't know, so far, the Wanderers seem like they're holding them pretty well. No players are absolutely standout figures or anything like that. And halfway through the half, to say if Wolves are going to get 5 again, it's going to take some effort, isn't it, really? Halfway through, and Robin nearly scored for the Wanderers. Emerson takes a yellow. Good save again from Rogerio. And Pellizzoli, the only player up on an 8, even though it seems like the testing is coming. Yeah, Rogerio's made it. I was going to say he's being tested a little bit more at the moment. Fortes winning the Intercities Fairs Cup. Quality. Oh, somebody's taking a bit of a knock for Wolves. We'll take a little look at that. But 0-0 at half time. And a lot of shots off target. That's probably the most wasteful first half we've ever seen.
Feels as though it's just absolute chaos in the middle of the pitch. The kind of the 5 that Wolves have got, and then the 4 that Hools have got sitting there. Probably just all having to ping in shots from range rather than actually being able to work the ball forward.
I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah, it's Kivu who's taken the injury there. Sidachka is obviously a natural change there if you think about that, David. But, as manager, you do what you want to do. Simon Davies having a decent first half. He could have done that for Asta maybe this season in the Super League.
He's a weird one, Simon Davies. Signed him on a home save and he very rarely does anything special. But you think he does, stats wise?
Yeah, I would agree. I can't say probably the last time I signed him would have been like 99, 2000 kind of time as a Peterborough player. I've just taken him off. I've just done the complete wrong sort of taking Simon Davies off. I'm talking about him, just getting distracted. Simon Davies can come off and Kivu can stay on. And for Hools, taking a look at them, everything seems kind of all right. They're not testing me. Look at that, Raul and Elbert, 4 shots, nothing on target between them. It's not outstanding, is it?
Yeah, this could just be a total blank. The 2 teams just cancel themselves out, really, and just like in Super League, another Hull side failing to score despite them having an embarrassment of riches, really.
I had them down to win that this season from the start, and something went very, very wrong there. I mean, who was it who won the league this season, Super League?
The Dragons, I think. The Dragon Destroyers, I think they won the league, which means they were the best team over 26 games, and nobody gives a fuck about the playoffs.
Is that team that's managed by Wooder?
I mean, managed is a loose term. I think managed is a loose term. I'd like to see your definition of managed, but yeah, he's definitely involved. He's definitely involved in the same way that Sigurdsson is alleged to be involved in what he has been. There's no real concrete evidence to prove his involvement.
Cheerleader. He gives himself the title of cheerleader.
He's the opposite of it. He's the opposite of a cheerleader. He's the opposite of a cheerleader.
What, like Fifey? Fifey doesn't bring much cheer to his own team, does he?
No, he's just got massive self-esteem issues.
Yeah, what a team. Well done to Fifey for reaching the final there as well. Anyway, we're going to kick off the second half, but Mike has turned up on the chat as well as in your house tonight. So good to have Mike here today with us. Anyway, second half is kicked off, and we're still awaiting anything that's going to get in that goal. Oh, look at this, Lucio sent off, and it's a penalty. Well,
Wow.
that's livened it up, and a red card in the Wolves game again. I mean, to me, what I've noticed that this team have done so far this season is Emerson has played defensive mid. Do we take off Sergio and bring on a centre back?
Yeah, and just go with a 2. I would do that if I was playing 4-3-1-2.
Yeah, so drop him that way, and Sergio can come off, and it would be it'd be Argel coming on. Argel with the lovely full name that he has.
Yeah, I think generally the consensus, Dimble's agreeing with the sub.
He's definitely one I'd put in.
Yeah, he's definitely one I'd put in. He's agreeing with the sub.
Yeah, let's see how we can do. Penalty, anyway. Penalty. Who's going to be taking it for Wolves? Is this Fortesh coming on taking a penalty? If only. Anyway, it's not 60 minutes. Oh, it's been saved.
Oh,
Robin,
saved.
Saved. Unbelievable. And now Hulls. Could you back against Hulls to go and take this game now? It's subs taking a while because nothing's happening. 67 minutes for substitutes. Superb use of the soundboard. It's not a soundboard. It's a real life party. Anyway, Robin's on a 5 and Yavin on a 6. David, it's over to you, said Lloyd Grossman, back on through the keyhole. So let's see what he says. Robin replaced with Scally in terms of this. And Scally off for Anderton. I thought you were going to keep Scally off in that position there. And swap Anderton with Collins. Who else is at the party? There's been some great people at the party so far, hasn't there? Steen, Dimble, and Quinton, and Savage.
Tato's here as well.
Tato was there, yeah.
Yeah, he's just here now, actually. Just give us 2 seconds. Tato, what do you think of that penalty save?
Love that.
He loves that.
And for Hulls, their substitutes. Let's have a little look. Well, it's all about managing with things here. So it's going to be Raul coming off for Ronaldo as a substitute here to go for the goal and keeping the rest everything as is. Fortes for Yavin would be a sub that we don't want to see. He hasn't actually said Fortes for Yavin, has he? It's just Quinton putting it about. Because I am checking I've not missed anything in the chat, but I'm pretty sure I've got live chat on tonight. Yeah, live chat's on. We're all good. I did miss a sub once because it was someone, I think it was Fife, he was swearing while giving his sub or something, so I didn't know it happened. Anyway, into the last bit. We're 23 minutes in and we're still in the first match of the day.
Very nice colours though.
They are very nice colours, yeah.
Yeah, they are very nice colours, yeah.
Yavin denied. Rogerio making a good save, and again, Yavin putting that one over this time. Wolves, they do need Wolves to take points to East Coast, as do Falaki as well, coming late in the game here, and a 0-0 draw, and the 2 goalkeepers performing particularly well. I think I'd have taken Robin off. I think at that point, he stayed at a 5.
I think so. I mean,
shit, basically.
It was shit, basically. It was shit. What you just heard from what I it was shit, basically. There, yeah, definitely. I mean, again, you think with all that attacking talent on the pitch, we wouldn't end up with an 0-0, but I think that the 2 midfielders have just absolutely clattered each other and cancelled each other out.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the formations. We've got 3 centre mids for both teams, and I think it's looked pretty similar. He's Martin at the party. No, he's not. He's not been there making any sounds, has he? unfortunately?
No, he hasn't. He declined the invitation.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
On to the next one. It's Ewan versus East Coast. And Ewan, 2 suspensions, Rimmer and Laurie. And I know that recently Ewan have been picking weakened sides. So with the 2 players and the unavailability of Mr. Shaw until just before kick-off, basically, replaced with LeBeau and maybe John O'Kane into midfield. So the team is as weak as you're going to get, isn't it, really?
And what's his reasons why?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why the key players have been replaced. I don't know. And there was a really good chance of it getting for 7th, 8th place in this league, and he seems to have. I don't know. I don't think it's a loss of interest. I think it's maybe just giving the hide players a chance.
Yeah.
But they are taking a bit of a hiding, as you see there, from a team that haven't got a manager beating them 6-0.
Yeah, it's a good little side that though at Lumwell.
It is, yeah.
What are Savages here?
No, last game was some definite promise there. I can see him. I can see it.
Don't know what he can see, but he says he can see something, mate. I don't know what.
A little bit of promise.
Said he can see something. A little bit of promise on with the second string there. You can see a little bit of promise. So you've heard from the great man himself.
Quinton saying he's looking at taking himself out of the manager of the year running. Can't handle the pressure for next season if he's manager of the year. Ewan did win this game last time round with a winning goal from Rob Hulse in the 90th minute. I cannot see that happening today. I can see this being, five-ish number of goals for 5-ish goals. That's a great way of putting it there, isn't it, from me? But yeah, I think East Coast will beast them. Even with
that's in the current climate, that's a really bad choice of words, Dan.
It is probably. No. I think it's correct. It's correct. Here we are.
That's the one I put in.
Operation Get Dunk a Goal. Here we are.
Here we go. Archie back. Love Archie back. He's the only one that's turned up for the Dragons this season, really, and we still managed to win the league. So I don't know if I mentioned that. Who's that on the left? Who's that on the left wing? Edgar Davids on the left wing.
Edgar Davids playing left wing, and why not? Yeah, he's to be honest, there are a few players missing, but then Luis Enrique is on that bench just in case he's needed later on. But why not give him a go up there? It is. He's up against who is it? David Flitcroft.
Yeah, and I tell you who I like in there. Isaac Akurangugu.
Everyone loves Okoronkwo.
Did you hear David Attenborough's pronunciation of Isaac?
Yes. The team selection.
Yeah. I don't know if you thought I just had a stroke there in my pronunciation of Okoronkwo there because you didn't quite get the reference, but yeah.
When you mentioned it, I was like, yeah. That was exactly David Attenborough picking the team. Well, not picking the team, but announcing the team.
Yeah, and he's just halfway through the team selection. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm off to the pub." It was great that.
So Bonker's captain and Nick Bertolini in goal. Some quality in that team all round really. And what are you expecting? Are you expecting a goal feast or a 0-0?
Yeah. I think there's a bit of a cricket score to be had by Dimble here. Don't get why Ewan's playing the team he has, and it should be a heavy away win really.
And it's over now to the predictions in the chat as well as we put these teams up against each other with Tora Holland refereeing. East Coast going in the orange today. It's a colour we've not seen too often from them this season, but it looks quite nice. And Quinton going 4-0 there for the East Coast.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. 4-0.
He sounds good, and these are of course would have not bothered, of course. We should be able to insert that every single time. Dimble going 1-0. He's going to keep it low, but Craig Dootson was horrendous in goal last time. He got a 2. He made Dean Saunders look good.
A 2? Wow.
Yeah.
Wonder, Quinton's asking, I'll just ask the lads here, just give us 2 seconds. Quinton's asking if anybody at the party here likes those colours. Lads, anybody like those colours?
Very nice colours, though.
Yeah, well, I'd expect that, mate. They're your strips, aren't they? So, yeah, I mean, Dimble likes those colours there. Mega Horse, what do you think?
Lovely.
Oh, you were very short there.
Not a bad little debut there.
I'm talking about the pictures, mate. Sorry. Strips, not the pictures. The strips.
I'm here, you know.
I know, but you're also here. So, I mean, you know.
Everyone wants 2 Mega Horses. Yeah. Here we go. Let's kick off with the game. I think I paused it early on because I thought nothing was happening. But there's Bonk with an early goal.
Who with the early goal? Who scored the early goal? Bonk.
Oh, Bonk. Yeah, that's his name.
Is Archie back?
No, he's Bonk. His name is Bonk.
I'm not having his name's
Absolutely
Bonk.
Bonk. Definitely.
His name's Arcadius Bonk.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck off.
It's 2-0. Duncan Ferguson scores. Yeah, it's 2-0.
It's not Arcadius Bonk.
His name's
Fuck
Bonk.
off. I'm not having that. You're on the wind up.
It's like that old Arsenal keeper. His name's Shensney.
It's funny as fuck.
Yeah, anyway, it's 2-0. We've had Bonk and Ferguson scoring the goals, and that's not Duncan Ferguson, that's Bonk and Ferguson.
Brian Bonke.
And Ferguson scores again.
Bonk and Ferguson.
3-0. And quite the first half there. Rustico putting a little bit of rust on that there with his yellow card. But 3-0, and Dootson is doing his absolute best. He's made 8 saves. They are being taken apart, but he's made 8 saves, which is amazing considering his wonderful rating of last game. We'll go straight to East Coast to have a look at the stuff here. Ferguson's on 86. I assume Dimble will go to 60 minutes, but we'll find out from him. What would you do in that position? Just more of the same?
Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. I think there's a bit of a Savage has put a
Arcadius Bonk. Yeah, Arcadius Bonk. There he is. His pronunciation.
Nah,
yeah,
I'm not having that.
11 out of 14. Yeah, roll. Yes, roll you and aside. These will be staying as they are. They're not playing very well, but 60 minutes will make a little bit of a change. I do like those colours. Yes, let's get on with the second half. See what we're up to. And look at that, Seddon putting it into orbit, I believe. Ferguson nearly getting a hat trick. I think he's got to be left on, doesn't he? He's got to be left on to get this hat trick, surely. 62 minutes.
I had a friend at school whose surname was Seddon, and we called him Smeg. But that was like primary school, and we didn't know what Smeg was. And then obviously we had with sex ed class at like year 6, and obviously they talked about Smeg in great detail, and he was never seen again.
Never seen again. I mean, I do hope he didn't do what he might have done, but yeah, I mean, as long as he's all right these days and survived, we're okay. Anyway, yeah, it's just waiting for the choices here for his subs.
Savage is talking away me here. Yeah, Dan, I don't know if you can hear him. He's really not leaving much space for you to be talking. He's just constantly in the air.
Somebody's going to get the glare in their eyes there, aren't they? Somebody's going to get the glare in their eyes there, aren't they?
Someone's going to get the glare in their eyes there.
From Duncan Ferguson.
From Duncan Ferguson.
Let's, while Dimble's typing what he's doing for subs, let's have a quick look at, there we are, Puyol for Okoronkwo. Carlos Puyol, is this his debut? Yeah, it's his first league game of the season. And Marcos Vinicius, who's played 1 sub appearance so far, is coming on for Jose Elias. So there we are, looking at a couple of lovely changes at this point. And
those Puyol stats look pretty good for this early in the game, to be fair.
We'll have a quick check of him again before getting back into this. So Little will come off, and it's Jed Kimmins who's going to come on. Actually, Hull's scoring at his last time, of course. He's the better striker. That's why he's up there at the top of the list. Anyone else performing extremely badly? It might just be a double striker change here, or set number 4. Yeah, it's Critchley who's going to come on and see what they can do. Let's have a quick check of what's his name, Puyol. Yeah, it's not bad to say he hasn't played. So
Yeah,
that's the way to develop him. It's just to sit him in your on your bench and not bother with him, and he'll do quite well.
Val Owen sounds like the type of person who would chase you up for an unpaid speeding ticket.
I thought, to be honest, it was like a Coronation Street character who'd be friends with like Rita and Mavis.
Val Owen.
Into the last 20 minutes, and it's still 3-0. The 4 sounded quite plausible at the start of the game. Surely they'll get another chance, and Dootson isn't going to keep a second half clean sheet, is he? Oh, chance there, turned down. And then a late one. Oh, even Puyol's tried to get one in, but towards the end, and I think, yep, it does finish 3-0. The Jed that likes Alan Partridge and David. It would be great if he was. It'd be great with all his. Yeah, I suppose he wouldn't just have Alan Partridge and David Copperfield stuff. He'd probably have some like Philip Salt posters and things in his room as well. Val Owen's a dinner lady. I think we probably had her as a dinner lady at primary school, to be honest. Yeah, Duncan Ferguson, man of the match. There he is, 2 goals. His first 2 league goals of the season to go with his assists from earlier on. And he's an aerialator. Drinking out of an aerialator. Oh, well, anyway, yeah, so 12 shots there. What was that, 1 shot on target in the second half?
Yeah. Yeah, it was 11, wasn't it? Half time.
That's, yeah, I mean, what are you doing, Dimble? You could have taken this team to the cleaners, but instead you just left them to have a nice, comfortable second half. Anyway, so Seddon going off with a performance that Dootson would have really enjoyed, getting a 4. But yeah, he played all right. He ended up with a 7 today, Dootson. And Big Dunk, there he is, with his 5 shots on target, 2 goals, and a man of the match to go with it. And Marcos Vinicius, yeah, again, coming out there with a 7. Lovely. Yeah, any thoughts on that game from Dimble and a post-match comment?
3 not enough for me. I'll just see. He's just actually having a shit at the minute, so I'll just Dimble. Nah, sorry, Danny's not here.
Yeah, that is a shame. It was Woodder was hoping for something. We'll maybe get him back a bit later on during this game, maybe. But yeah, Racers. Last time out, getting beat 3-0 by Phoenix. The last time these two teams played each other, it was 2-1 to Falaraki, and Paul Jones was sent off late on, and it was a penalty that won it. But yeah, Racers today. I mean, the only change sees who is it that's out at right back? Delaney injured, replaced by Rob Page coming at right back just as a bit of a filler. They're all right, aren't they? But you can see why they've been relegated.
Yeah, and I think this is Hopkins trying to kind of imitate the amazing 11 of the Danglies, which I know annoys Woodder. Woodder, you there? The fucking soundboard's not working well. Fuck that, Dan. Yeah, so obviously Hopkins has been an absent manager for a fair while now, so it'll just be a case of just get them on and get them in.
And get the season going for them, maybe with the 2 matches to go. Falaraki, last time out, beating Fortuna 2-0, which was a reasonably comfortable match for them. And for today, a few changes, but, got Samuel Eto'o playing an attacking mid today, which I think will be promising. See how he gets on. He's had a very average kind of season, but he hasn't had many chances to start.
I think I remember seeing the Falaraki squad at the start of the season and thinking they should kind of be amongst it. Yeah, maybe not right up at the top, but definitely kind of attacking wise, they should definitely be up there. Oh, I've got Woodder here. He's just came back. Oh, for fuck's sake, no, he hasn't. Right, scrap that down. It's not going to work. Woodder, you soundboard shit. Yeah, I
Even
remember kind of looking at the team and thinking they should be amongst it, really. Definitely going forward. Collins, Ronaldinho, Sigalko, Cole, Van der Vaart, Robin. Hargreaves right wing is an interesting one, though.
Yeah, he's doing all right there, but you see that 6 in the last match. He has done a reasonable job there, to be honest.
Yeah, I think this one will be. I mean, I think it's going to be a walkover again tonight. I think Fallaraki have got a bit looking like 4-4, maybe 3-4-0.
3-4-0. Well, currently everyone's on a 6 out of 10. We'll see how they get on through this match. Predictions in the chat, of course, always welcome. For myself, yeah, I mean, I don't make predictions as the Mr. League man or whatever, but yeah, Fallaraki will surely win this game.
Yeah, got to be.
We'll get the predictions post match and see if anyone got it right after the game's finished. Anyway, the Quinton's going 3-1 there for Fallaraki, so we are getting predictions coming in. A chance for Ronaldinho immediately, and Sigalko as well. So many chances coming. Joe Cole making it 1-0. Dimble went 2-0. Quinton went for Bellamy to get a goal. He has to be the only one who started vaguely well for the opponent. The penalty's being turned down. Mike Savage says 7-0 to Fallaraki.
Yeah.
I think you might have seen the first 2 or 3 minutes. It is 2-0 already, and Sigalko has scored, and it's that Ryan Giggs guy who scored to make it 2-1. So all the nils are out the window. Oh, and a goal for Kivu with a penalty. Gabidon was given a stern talking to then for that. 3-1 already, making up for that 0-0 in the first match of the day that we had. Plenty of goals going in, and even beating the number of goals from last match. So just chucking in a word. Bellamy's hit the post for Racers, and at half time, well, you can see that the Fallaraki side are playing very well, aren't they?
Yeah, and Daniel Gabidon has always been one of those players that you look at and think, how the hell did you make it as a professional? And true to form tonight, he's living up to expectations there. Although it's the Norwegian version of him, so yeah.
Another one where we've seen a team just shooting for fun. 12 shots, 10 on target in the first half, and Paul Jones having stuff to do. Definitely having stuff to do. I'm just going to start bringing up the Fallaraki substitutes while you wax lyrical about how they're getting on so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good. Yeah, you'd expect it though. Like I said, it's it's an attacking 4, 5, 6 players he's got in there tonight. Ronaldinho pulling strings as you'd expect because he's up against no one at the back. Sigalko, any team that's got him in, including mine, you're always in the game. Joe Cole, it's a shame he couldn't do it the other night for Dragons, but he's clearly done it tonight for Fallaraki. And I would have expected Racers to maybe have just had 1 or 2 more chances with that 3 at the back pushing into 2 and the 1 DM. But probably the only actual players they've got on the game that are any cop. One is, about to go down for battering these misses, and then the other is probably just getting shut out by the 3 at the back.
So Joe Cole will be coming off at half time here. And who's been making? Yeah, David Collins has been making the most appearances, hasn't he, for the team? So he will just come on and play attacking mid. They don't usually make half-time subs, but with that injury, it's pretty clear it needs to be done. Nothing for Racers, so let's get the second half going.
Nothing for Racers, of course.
Well, the players are all
said in the most astute way possible, polite way. You're like, what you actually want to say is Hopkins hasn't bothered his fucking arse to put in any subs like he has all season, and I've basically managed an extra side and he's a twat for doing it. That's what you want to say. Go on, say it. Say it, Dan.
No.
Why?
That's not my thoughts. He's been a busy man picking a team winning the Super League there, all on his own.
I'm not even going to bite. Although, to be fair, I did the tactic file for the 2 legs against Fife, and they were shite. So I really can't say anything, especially because last night was to set out to attack Fifey, and we did exactly the opposite. So I'll shut up.
Yeah, no, you still got a chance on me. Still got a chance over the next. What is it, tomorrow night?
Yeah, it would be absolutely fucking hilarious if so. We haven't beat Fifey in 2 seasons now, and I think it's like 6 games we played him now. And we haven't beat him once. He's won every game. It would be amazing if we got the final, and the first time we beat him in 7 games was the final.
Just imagine. Is it?
Oh, here's Wolfie coming on. Here's Wolfie coming on up top for the wacky races.
To ring Wolfie on. Yes.
Wolfie. Oh!
I never thought about that as a lookalike before, but now I can't.
It's always the obvious ones that slip you by, I think.
Anyway, hitting the post. So we've got John Terry hitting the post. It's chances galore for Falaraki.
It's going to be another second half where we're not going to get any goals.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Okay,
Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it, because I think if you hadn't said it, it wouldn't have happened. And it's a penalty. Kivu has been saved this time. Paul Jones making a penalty save. Imagine Kivu would score 2. But 4-1. Falaraki doing very well. I think we've done pretty well. What were we? 23 minutes, and we haven't even finished the first match, and here we are 46 minutes in, and we've played 3 of the games for today. Not bad going. Simon Davies playing a blinder. No, he played much better for Wolves tonight, didn't he?
He did, yeah. And again, he seems to be a player that everybody signs, because you can usually get him cheap, kind of second, third season in a home save or a network or whatever. But then never really does anything. Never really does anything as an MC. Never really does anything as an MR. And takes an absolute age to be converted to anything else. So yeah, big crap that.
And your good friend Danny Gavin with a 5. So look at those stats. I mean, he put 3 shots on target in the second half, but at least they did score. And I would suggest the penalty must have been a shot on target.
Yeah. So how many since half time? That's what, 2, 3?
3. They've had 3 shots on target in the second half.
Yeah.
A penalty and a goal and another miss. Yeah, they slowed down. Definitely slowed down in the second half, but did everything they need to do. And I don't know if that. Oh well, I suppose Hulls drew, and East Coast won, and Falaraki won. I mean, this is really closing it up in the battle there, isn't it? For I think, are they all level on 48 points going into the last round? That's going to be. That is going to be fun to see what happens there. To see who finishes.
I think
third place.
David makes a good point there. That kind of what I was saying. That from the off, Simon Davies' stats look great, and in just about every home save you do or every network, and you can't tell, but they don't look fantastic there. Like right column's good, but he's a bit shit, isn't he?
I suppose you see loads of double figures, but we've got 10s, 11s, 12s, and 13s filling up quite a lot of those numbers. Sometimes it can be a bit misleading, like how good Dr. Kamalo was in 97, 98, when at some points he'd just be all 10s. Everything 10 apart from technique of 1. And it'd just be every single time he'd have like the same numbers all the way through, which was always good to see him like that. Anyway, 4-1 and into match 4. Are you happy playing your match at this point? No, we're not. We're not playing yours because Phoenix are one of those. So let's go to Allenwell versus Flamingos. Yes. You have.
I really like this squad. I think they've battered me earlier in the season. I think. I really like it because it's not massively obvious in terms of star names or kind of cheap players. But they've got kind of a decent little balance in there. People like Rustico and Ekiog, people like Velas and Hersey, Zauri even. They're good, but they're not elite, and they're not really cheap players. They're genuinely good players, solid players. Yeah, so I quite like this Longwell squad.
Yeah, they've all been entertaining to watch all season, and I've enjoyed the commentary sessions with Rob. So it's a shame he's gone, but he leaves a decent team to finish the season, and a 6-0 win last time out, of course, that they had. So Velas has been pretty good coming into the team recently, and I think he scored last game.
Yeah, and he probably shouldn't with the base stats that he's got. But you get average players in a decent system, and they'll pop up with goals. I think this, he won 6-0 last time. This is probably going to be more.
Let's see what happened last time. Last time it was 5-0 in the away game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, this could be any sort of thing. But we know since then, we've Mr. Legends isn't running the team anymore, and Fifey's been sorting it. So Fifey goes all out defence for today in an unchanged lineup. From last time when they only lost 1-0 to Trafford, which was a superb performance, wasn't it? To only lose 1-0 to them.
Oh, honestly, that is like your mind on acid. That, I mean, what the fuck is that? Honestly, Jesus. David just said he'll sponsor a Flamingo if Flamingos win a game. I'll even do it for a draw as there's 2 games left. So yeah, let's have a draw, but that's not going to happen there.
I think he should sponsor a Flamingo if they win, 2 if they draw, and 3 if they lose. That's anyway. Quinton going 4-1 on the predictions, and you're going. You'd be unhappy if there was, but now you've seen the team.
Yeah, 8 or 9,
8 or 9.
easy. Yeah,
the Aquilani he's pretty decent. It's got to be said. He's the one player who stands out as anything decent, and he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Woodard feels aggrieved that this Aquilani is better than the one he's got. I think in the Danglies.
And of course, Des getting into the team now these days, and 6.5 is a great average rating for this team. Quinton saying Des is going to score.
How are you pronouncing his second name there?
Probably badly, but Fiolasso.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Probably very badly, but I've always called him Fiolasso. He's also a Sevens rugby player for Samoa as well. He did play Sevens rugby as well as professional. Well, I don't know if he's professional or semi-pro football, but international for football and rugby.
I can't really comment on that, mate. I've got nothing to offer in relation to your Samoan rugby player knowledge. I'll just let you crack on and talk to yourself.
It's my Des knowledge. That's it.
Famous. Who's the best? Des. Oh, there we go. 1-0.
It's 1-0 already. Des Yavin, I think it is. Des Yavin's a good one. Des O'Connor.
Better than O'Connor. Yeah,
even better than Lynham, I think. Yeah.
What about obviously Desmond Tutu?
Des Barnes as well.
Des Barnes.
Coronation Street. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of alcohol problems, but great man.
It's still 1-0, and this is
Des Lynham, great shout. Des Lynham.
Yeah, Des Lynham is. I think Des O'Connor is just a little bit more. I think they both did countdown, so maybe they should be equal.
Here's a question for you. Is Des? Can Des be a name in itself, or is it an abbreviation? So is like Des O'Connor? Was his name Des, or is it an abbreviation? Has he got a proper name? Desley.
Yeah, Desley.
So every Des is a Desley.
Desmond, really, but you know.
Desmond.
Desley. Like Leslie, but no.
What are there with a belter shout? Desmond has a borrow in the marketplace.
Oh, life goes on. So Cranchar's going to come on for Bala, and Christensen is going to.
Desley isn't a name. What does call him bullshit on Desley?
Destiny line.
Destiny. That's a stripper's name. That Destiny Lynham.
I remember Des Lynham used to be introduced on Grandstand as Desmond Lynham. It's a penalty, and Saeed has scored. It's 2-0. Yeah, he was always Desmond Lynham in the sort of early 90s. He was introduced as Desmond rather than Des. And, you know, when he dropped that Mund, it became much better. Anyway, so yeah, it might be 2-0 to Allenwell at half time, but the Deses are in full flow. Again, plenty of shots, nothing for Flamingos. Oh, Des Hamilton, yeah, Des Hamilton was Derek, yeah, he was. That's another Quinton belter there for us. Half time, Hersey and Zowry are looking a little bit down. At 60 minutes, they'll probably come off for Allenwell, and What have we got there? Flamingos will just be as they are till 60 minutes. Oh no, Fifey has some conditions. He does have some conditions to. I don't know if they're bail conditions or what, but we'll find out what he said.
I'm gonna just give a rundown while you look at them. I'm just gonna look at some famous deses, if that's all right.
Of course.
So just on your rugby knowledge, Des O'Reilly, the Australian rugby player.
My rugby knowledge finished with Des Firewater, I think.
Okay. There was actually a Des O'Connor rugby player as well.
Oh,
so there's our Des O'Connor and Des O'Connor, the Des Kelly. Des Kelly.
Des Kelly, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just look at Fifey here. I'm out tonight watching Steve play rugby, so I can't be back for Swemp. Sorry. Half time subs below 5 or under 85%. There's no one below 5 at this point, are there? Because they are at 5. So carry on with your Des.
Des Dick.
Des Dickie's child. I remember those.
Des Dick Wood. Sorry, I got his name wrong. Des Dickles.
Des Walker. You could forget Des Walker.
Somebody said Des Walker a couple back.
Was he on there?
Yeah,
it's Quinton again. Yeah, Quinton chucking him on there.
Yeah. Des Tickles. That's a good one. That there's not many famous Deses. I think that's what we've learnt. Yeah, not many famous Deses.
That's a shame, isn't it?
I think there should be more Deses in the world.
Yes, it is real. He is watching Steve play rugby tonight. Steve said he couldn't make it to this because he was playing rugby, and Fifey says he's out tonight watching Steve play rugby. That's right. There's
it's a decent
6 kids, so he can form his own rugby sevens.
It's a decent. Like, I know kind of people's friendships on Twitter chat and stuff get some stick, but that's a decent journey for Fifey to go to watch Steve play rugby.
But his team's now 3-0 down in this game. It's commitment, isn't it? Commitment to the cause. Yeah. That's what it's all about. And we're nearly here at substitute time. It's 4-0, and that was an own goal, and the subs are just not happening. Anyway, I don't know who scored the own goal, but we shall have a little look. Alan Well, 2 subs, 2 obvious subs here. Gary Neville for Zowry, and the other one here, Hersey's coming off, and it's going to be Eka Kanga because he hasn't played a lot this season, but Bonk's just going to go to the other side there. The Des that chopped people up.
Has he imagined that?
Des Troy, is that his name?
Des murderer. Chop people.
Let's go back to Fifey's.
Dennis Nielsen. Dennis Nielsen was a Scottish serial killer and necrophile.
He was Dennis. Yeah, he was Des. But was he Des?
He was Des, abbreviation. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was Dennis.
Oh, there's that other one. There's the I'll be Des when people are like the designated driver. That was an advertising campaign as well. Yeah, that was one. It wasn't just a chance to be Des Lynam for the day. What else?
Dimble was on first name terms with him. Dimble knows that Dennis Nielsen preferred to be going by Des. Dimble's confirming that for her.
So Malmstrom comes on as a change here for Flamingos. And we're going to the last bit. Who scored the own goal? Oh, I just clicked on the one bit there. Scored the own goal. It was Dennis. It was Des Kaggerer. There he is. Look, Dennis.
Someone should do a team full of Dennises and Des, but Dimble will confirm that the old preferred called Des because he knows everybody. Dimble.
Des Bergkamp, yeah.
Des Bergkamp.
If you say it fast, that's what he is. It's 5-0, and Eka Kanga gets the goal. It was worth bringing him on for that. He happens up to a 10 out of 10, and Flamingos need 3 more to concede 100 goals. They have 1 game left, and I'm pretty sure it's on. The best outcome from this game is that David's going to sponsor 3 flamingos. So
Yeah, it's a good job they're not an endangered species, isn't it?
Not enough gore for his liking. Was there enough necrophilia though? That's the other question. 10 shots out of 15 on target. So yeah, and Flamingos did not offer anything. Oh dear, that was a horrendous performance, isn't it? From Flamingos, offered nothing.
Yeah, well done, Fifey. Great, well done, mate. Fantastic.
Yeah, the fact that they haven't really had to put any tackles in to do anything, and Aquilani tried to put some tackles in, but won 3 out of 11. If Flamingos had won 3 games this season, they'd have been fairly happy, I suppose.
Aquilani's just standing there going, "What the fuck's this?"
Stick a leg out every now and then, but it's not going to work.
Like when Robinho signed for Man City and he said he was pleased to be playing for Chelsea, he's just turned up at the total. His agents absolutely fucked him over.
Imagine driving that long to watch Steve play rugby. Awful that. Oh no, I think it's good. Yeah, it's definitely.
What would the trip be? He's in Swindon and Steve's in like kind of Leeds, Bradford way, and so what's that like? It's good, like 2 hours, isn't it? 3 hours?
We walked, I think.
Oh, you walked.
Yeah. We've got Imaginary Madrid to go for. Imaginary Madrid versus Badgers. That's where we can go to now. 3 games to go. It's going fairly pacey for a swim. I think he isn't in Swindon. Oh no, he's just
he's in Leeds. He's in Leeds watching Steve playing rugby.
Leicester to home. Oh yeah, is it Hinckley, one of his local teams now? Yeah, Hinckley's Leicester area.
I'm just starting to get worried about Dimble just having like little portfolios on everybody. He knows that Dennis Nielsen preferred to be called Des. He knows exactly, probably give you Fifey's fucking postcode. Honestly.
He uses the what 3 words, I think.
Does he, yeah?
Yeah.
Fat neck. Fat neck.
Fat neck Des.
Fat neck Des's. Fat neck Swindon.
So Imaginary Madrid picked their team today. They're missing, is it Robin? I think missing, yes, suspended. So Joe Cole moves over to the other wing and Saha comes in. Apart from that, the team is unchanged from last time. And last time around they were beaten 4-1 by Allenwell. It seems like Allenwell played everybody as their last game. But the situation here is that last time they played Badgers, they were beaten 2-0. We'll have to see how they get on with a different manager in charge for Badgers today. What do you make of the Imaginary Madrid side? Shouldn't have been relegated, surely.
Yeah, probably not. But I think one of the things, I think he has played quite a lot of different formations across the season, and I think other than Mendieta and Smerton, it's a little bit of a lightweight team. Colaccini, it's probably early for him to be anything decent.
Yeah,
John Terry, it's probably, John Terry, it's probably 2 seasons too early until he really, not too bad then.
It's okay.
Ivan Campo, and then Peter Cech, it's probably too early for him.
Definitely too early for Cech. And 1 for agility is not really.
Yeah, no, it's not grand.
He's got 11 for agility in this team. He's got 1 for agility at Wanderers of Wolverhampton.
That's ridiculous. So yeah, it shouldn't really have been when you see names on paper, like on the kind of squad screen. But then when you actually look at them on a lineup on a tactics page, just very lightweight, and even the options he's got that aren't playing. Barry, it's too early for him. Richard Dunn, shite. Lescott must only be about 20-21 on this. It's not really a side that are going to be able to keep clean sheets and shut teams out.
Player of the season being Jordi Cruyff.
Yeah, and that's awful, really, isn't it?
He's, I don't know. I don't know if the word is impressed, but he's made a bit of an impact as a player, and 5 goals and 2 assists is not the worst output for a team that have struggled this season. Conceded the 2nd most goals alongside Ewan before kickoff, and obviously Ewan decided that they were going to concede some goals today. So can Imaginary Madrid avoid being the 2nd worst on that? Julian Descott. Yeah, of course. Who could forget him? And Desiree. Lovely. Oh, great songs. You gotta be Des. That's what she sang about. Anyway, Scott has picked the Boostown Badgers team for today, and that's the side he's gone for, which would have been a slight bit stronger, but Scally is suspended, and so Clausen's come into the role in centre mid.
Yeah, like that formation. Williams, Collins, and Somerville behind Yavan, they should create a hell of a lot of chances. Finnan and Duff are about as good as you can get as wing backs, really. And in terms of kind of, I think Tato has definitely held his own this season. Probably hasn't done as well as he was going to do over the kind of first 7 or 8 games when he was picking up a load of points. But like, credit to him, because he's done it without picking those superstars and just going for a really boring, really blind best 11 players in the game. So yeah, I reckon it's probably one of my favourite teams in this league this season, to be honest, for that reason.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching the side this season. Enjoyed Tato's commentary alongside me there. He is popping up in the chat. Is that his first bit of chat today?
I think so, mate.
Yeah. 3-1 prediction for his own team. Lovely. Woulda not bothered, of course. Quinton going 1-0, Dimble going 2-0 Badgers. So there's little support for Imaginary Madrid in this one. I thought you were with Scott. Anyway.
2 seconds. I've just got Tato here. He's just popped in. Tato, Imaginary Madrid's chances.
They're not going to win, so simple.
That would be pretty damning, really, isn't it? Pretty damning. Just anything else, Tato?
I'm not sure who most of them are.
Oh, I think that's about the Imaginary Madrid 11, I think. Tato, predictions score-wise? He hasn't got a prediction, sorry.
Yeah, he shoved it on the chat for us instead of saying it in words. Terry sings us refereeing. Always like him joining us for this. But so anyway, Badgie's been quiet, hasn't he? He joined us, said hello at the beginning. I haven't seen him since. thinking, where's he been for predictions? He's disappeared. Hopefully he'll be back for his own match, which is of course maybe once I said it was the last match of the day, he's like, I'm not having this, I'm off. Anyway, yeah. So, what did you say for predictions on this one? I think you said Badgers, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't ask us. So I'll tell you now if you want.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to know.
Okay, 4-0.
4-0. Des Collins with a couple of goals. Lovely. And we're kicking off this one. Yeah, it's 1-0 already. David Collins getting the goal. I did say Collins would score. Why are Imaginary just scrapping relegation with that squad? Yeah, exactly. I've wondered that all along. Scott, good evening. You have been already here, of course, but
because he's playing EML AMR. That's why.
And something's not quite worked for them this season. And I think it's also the fact that they don't make any subs as well, unless it's forced. And I think that when they've been down in a game, they've not gone for any changes to liven things up. I think it can cost them sometimes. Anyway, the game's definitely going the way of the Badgers so far. Oh, chance then. As soon as I said it, imagine we just come a bit more to life. And we're just a couple of minutes from half time. Collins with another chance. And Somerville as well. It's definitely gone back the way Badgers. The pendulum has swung their way again. Actually, if a pendulum swings your way, you're not more likely to get hit by it. So surely you should send the pendulum the other way and try and knock the other team down. Anyway, a bit of life lessons there. Look at that. That is, I wouldn't have said it was
ridiculous, really. That's ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. I wouldn't surprise us if Scott or Tato want to kind of change it up top or in already. Behind. Are they?
Yeah, we got Huckabee for Somerville. Yeah. Jimmy Somerville, you never can say goodbye, but there he is, half time for them. And for Imaginary Madrid, who don't make subs, that's John Terry on a 5. It's not going very well for for him there, is it?
Yeah, Badgers have got to get a couple more. I think it's pretty crap ratings for imaginary Madrid, and they'll probably. I mean, the matches have kind of followed a little bit of a trend tonight in that there's been a stronger side that haven't really done it in the first half, and then they've kind of pulled away second half. So hopefully, Badgers can do exactly the same.
Yeah, there's surely enough quality in this team to swing for that. I'm just waiting on whether that's the end of the Badgers changes, whether they want to put McPhee further forward or anything like that. But if I just get a word on telling me to get on with it again, I'm all good. 2 subs made at half time, and why not? They're not happy sitting on a lead, and that shows some good. So good to go. Yeah, it's pretty the case actually, isn't it?
Yeah, luckily, there's only one Ryan Giggs in the league. Otherwise, the league would be shut down. So
there's still chances going on here. What we got? We got Badgers holding on at points in this match. Quick check if I don't know why I'm going to imagine Madrid first. We'll go to Badgers first, of course. Oh, it's Joe Cole has equalised, and there we are, 1-1. Any injuries for them? No condition issues. 85 for Duff is the lowest.
Yeah, that'll mix things up a little bit. I feel as though there's a little bit of a red card coming from imaginary Madrid as well. Smerton and Campo sticking in loads of tackles and on yellows. So I still fancy Badgers. Scott going Desmond Wellens for Desmond Walker.
Desi Wellens. That's a perfect bit there. Substitute sees Vance Warner coming on as captain Imagine Madrid, who, yeah, at this point, he's not under 70%. We'll leave Yordi on. I don't think he'd ever be substituted for these, would he, anyway? Let's crack on with the last part of this match. We are 20 minutes from the end. Imagine Madrid trying now to take the lead in this one. And they've had chances. There's certainly been plenty of chances. Priest having a great game in goal. Yavin stops his own team's attack. Another save, pushed up to a 10 temporary there. David Priest with another quality save that he's made. Another save there. And they've been absolutely on the ropes this second half. And finishing with a 1-1 draw. I assume that was their last away match of the season. Yeah, don't think I expected that, and I know you didn't either.
No, and in terms of like the discussion at the start about how are this team relegated, that's probably like a valid representation of where this squad should be. Should be kind of, drawn with Badgers, probably drawn with CCP. Yeah, it should be in that kind of like middle third of the league. So yeah, interesting one really.
And yeah, I mean the subs have all worked out okay. Nobody's come off and performed worse than, and the subs performed worse than the player who came off. So yeah, I mean it's just a bit unfortunate really. They didn't push on, they didn't get it. But Badgers as a team will be around next season, but there are a lot of squad changes and another exciting selection coming for them in season 2. Imagine Madrid, they will be here, and I think that they'll just be making a 4-change thing to their squad, and will be, by the look of it, one of the strongest teams in season 2. Scott out. Tato already throwing his weight behind himself to come back and take charge, I think. So we are going to make a small change. I did say we'd finish on Trafford, but we're actually going to go to Trafford next because, I mean, if Phoenix didn't beat you, then Trafford's game would just be they've won the league. So it's better for them to win the league potentially on this match than to have it given to them by your team doing Phoenix over. So we'll see how they can get on in this one.
Well, if we want to, I'm up for repeating the no goalkeeper debacle if we want to do that, because I would rather Trafford didn't win the league. So
no, but I can't do that. I can't do that in the league.
So hang on. You're willing to sabotage us by not putting a goalkeeper on the bench in like normal circumstances? Look at the state of this. What's happening here?
Quinton did refer to it
Fucking
earlier
hell.
on that he was doing something a bit different to take on Dadgy in this one. Yeah, I think you're probably referring to Emilio Estevez out here on this side here.
Yeah, and I love that the Ibrahim Said forward arrow is now a thing.
Oh, this was, yeah, I mean, Quinton was the first one to do it of everyone. This was, Luis Enrique, no, not there. Luis Enrique sat here and doing that on 97, 98. That's what he used to do. So,
Class.
yeah,
Class.
that's where it all came from.
Class. I hope they absolutely smash Trafford.
Collapsed tent in the moonlight formation. Love it. Yeah, any word from the party, says Buddha. But,
The lads are just outside having a smoke. So I'll just see. Quinton's here actually. Quinton.
yeah, keep it smart. Yeah.
Quinton, what are you thinking about this formation?
I think it's the very definition of a mixed bag.
Correct. Yeah, very definition of a mixed bag. And Ibrahim Said forward arrow, has it paid off for you yet?
Champ manager legend, really, isn't he? So I'm told. I'm yet to see it myself. I believe he's also a hide and seek champion.
Hide and seek champion as well, Ibrahim Said. So yeah, would anyone you'd add into this team to make it better? Would you there?
Rather have Jason McAteer in there.
Jason McAteer, you'd rather Jason McAteer was in there. Yeah, Jason McAteer, I think we can all agree, would make this team better.
Fortuna deflection fly together. Lovely Mighty Ducks reference there. So Trafford heading to the Championship potentially with this one. Dadgy's back. There he is. Yes, seeing the exciting formation of Fortuna. Trafford will be happy with a draw. You are such a liar, Dadgy.
Absolute scum. Absolute scum. This is a disgrace. If anybody in the chat now needs to be given Dadgy pelters, you've got the opportunity to choose like the most original, creative concept squads for this, and you pick the best players in the fucking game. Come on. It's a sign of a sex offender. Get it sorted. Come on. Jesus, what's his team for season 2?
Oh, Norway players.
Oh yeah, you said
much better.
You said,
yeah, much more balanced and I think more fun for himself as well. I think.
Yeah, but they're all Norwegian on this.
Yeah, very true. But actual Norwegians.
Right. Okay. I mean, it's awful. That just gets us upset. Looking at it, just a disgrace.
Predictions.
25-0 Trafford. Who gives a fuck? Honestly. Honestly, if it's anything other than 15-0, Fortuna win the league.
This is the Trafford side who beat Flamingos 1-0 last game, though. We should see how they get on. Yeah, we didn't really sort of mention Buele and Taquari playing in fullbacks today, who have barely had a look in. This is Buele's debut, and Taquari, who's also making his league debut.
This is the sort of shit Swemp's about. Do you know what I mean? Come on, Gabe Buele. Gabe Buele sounds like an STI. Oh, sorry, lads. Coming out tonight. No, sorry, I cannot, mate. I've got the Gabe Buele. And who's that other lad? Gideon.
Apples,
Gideon Taquari. Apples, Gideon Taquari. Sounds like a fella that comes to your school to tell you about the Bible. My name is Apples, Gideon Taquari. And here's my mate, what's his name? Gabe Buele. And if you have sex before marriage, you'll get Gabe Buele and die.
So where does Rabbi Sandritana come into this then?
Rabbi Sandritara is the word that Gideon gets you to say 15 times whilst whipping yourself if you have a wank.
There's that height of the sensation.
And Kenny Lunt is the fella who comes with the church guy, which just doesn't speak, and he's got the fucking death stare, and you know he's seen some shit. and your mate's telling you don't want to be in a room with Kelly. Listen, whatever happens to Tim, don't be in a room with Kelly Lunt by yourself. As he speaks to a kid, like Apocalypse Now, like Adagio for Strings plays in the background. He's just fucking death.
The real low-key Adagio for Strings rather than the Ferry Corsten remix, of course.
Just out of key, out of tune, like just the most
Butter on
awful
piano
fucking...
playing
Yeah, with his face.
Savage is crying. Dadgy, yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, your first season thought it was about winning, not picking fun teams. I think a lot of people who picked teams early did go stronger, and yours was probably second or third in. You're right, but yeah, second season will be proper fun. Bono's just watching. Anyway, let's just anyway, yeah, Steve. We do. I hope you've put 5 feet on the right train home, or whatever he's doing after you've watched it. Oh, Bonk. There we are, not Bono. That makes a bit more sense now. Yeah, after 5 feet watched you play rugby, I hope you've got him on the right train home or whatever tonight. Do hope he enjoyed himself anyway. So let's go with the game now. There is a football match going on. There's Sigalco.
Oh, what a fucking surprise! What a fucking surprise!
I think the league has been won now. I can't see Fortuna surely going. Oh, there it is. Oh, Kenny.
Oh, it's Kenny.
He hasn't said anything, but he scored.
Adagio for Strings players. You've seen some shit.
Yeah, I thought that the Bono reference was an Alan Partridge one. It's 2-1 to Trafford again. Sento Madeira has got the goal. And heading back to Trafford. I mean, Dadgy might decide he wants to put Nestor in goal for the second half and have a bit of a laugh, but who knows? It's 3-1 and it's 4 and Cafu. I think that is a victory absolutely secured. It was at 2-1. I think it was at 2-1.
Do you think the team with the best striker on the game and an imaginary striker that was put in just to take the piss out of his mates? Do you think the team that have got those two strikers is going to win the league down there?
What, Estevez was made up? Buffon up front. There we are. Buffon is coming
Honestly,
up front.
Dadgy needs to fucking lock himself in a room and go and say he's Ravi Satandras 15 times and never come back here again.
So, Dadgy, who do you want Buffon up front for, of course, and just let us know your other changes. We'll do the Nicky Franco off for Phil Collins. And come on, put him in attacking mid and put one central. Any runs? Any runs on that one? I'll do them if that's what we need. And Buffon is going to go up front. Ravasandra are the same. He's giving some more instructions. Ravasandra run to the strike.
If you say Ravi Sandratara 3 times in the mirror with a light off, Kenny Lunt appears.
Sigalco's coming up for Buffon. There we are. Quinton is done.
Oh, now he's just taking the fucking piss, honestly.
Well, no goalkeeper. I don't think a goalkeeper has scored up front, but they have played.
But do you know what? Start the season when he had a chance to create the most creative team, he could have done this now instead of taking the fucking piss out of Quinton.
He's played keepers up front. Nick Matullin's played a few games up front this season, I think, for these. And Oliver Kahn started the odd game up front. Let's get to Alex Manning has scored for Badgers. He did score for Badgers this season. That's absolutely right. I can't remember if it's in the Cup or the league. Anyway, let's see what's going on here for the second half.
Yes,
Warner
that's Warner from centre half. Fucking class.
Look at this Trafford.
Now, if Dadgy's got any balls, right? If Dadgy has got any balls, he needs to take Corn out and play no keeper. If he's got any balls,
well, I can't do the no keeper, but I can do. A player could go in goal. Who is who is my sidekick? Well, my sidekick tonight, Mr. Duggan from Iron Curtain United.
Are you coming for me, Dodgy? Are you? I'll tell you where I fucking live. I'll tell you where I live.
It's
Get David Beckham in goal. Get David Beckham in goal for the crack.
Castillo.
Yeah, Dodgy.
What's his Khan swap with Tomadera? So
Yes, mate. Well done, lad. Go on. This is what Swemp's about. Welcome to the dark side.
This is class. Yeah, this is much better. This is going to be interesting now. See if Vance Warner can keep going with Sophia. So Tequari is coming off for Castillo.
Duggan going to bice you up.
So is that just no left back? I think at this point. I hope my team shoot.
Yeah, Dodgy, fair play to you, mate. Good crack. Great crack.
Yeah, it's been good entertainment for the season, and always sends the best team selection.
Gabe Welly.
Duggan versus Dodgy in a charity boxing fight.
I'm in the prime of my life. Dodgy wants Gabe Welly running to striker.
Oh yes, of course. Well, run to striker for Quinton. There we go. I'll tell you where I live. Lovely.
Fucking class.
The last half hour of this game. So remember, Tomadera up in goal, and Oliver Kahn and
Well in,
Gigi
Dodgy.
Buffon up front. Brilliant. It's Kahn scored. It's disallowed.
Oh, yeah. Take it off. Put on fast. Take it off very fast.
It is just on fast.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I play very fast, it'll be done very quickly. So let's just 6-2 prediction from Quinton. So it's going to be more. Let's play the last 10 minutes as we savour the title thing here, just that little bit slower. A free kick. No shots for Fortuna, I don't think, during this time. And so Trafford will be the champions. But at least the last few minutes have been quality entertainment. A goal for Oliver Kahn ruled out for offside. Late chances, but no goals, and Trafford are the champions at this point. So well done to Trafford, the first ever Swemp Electronics Football Alliance champions.
Yeah, well done, Dodgy, and fair play to you for going along with a crack there at the end. That was good crack. That was a good laugh.
If they did shoot 2 shots, 2 on target, and nothing when they didn't have a real goalkeeper in goal. So yeah, well done to them. The first champions. Congratulations. It should be congratulations, shouldn't it, with the bonk sort of spelling going on. Yeah, definitely looking forward to next season. And can the Norwegians recreate the pretend Norwegians? We shall have to see. Anyway, yeah, they've played well during this game. And Tomadera managed to stick with an 8 after not being tested in goal. And what was all this about? But it's like an umbrella that's failed now, isn't it? With 2 moons, or the moon and sun out at the same time.
Yeah, both class, great crack. Any more thoughts from anybody at the party? I think what I was asking. Yeah, Savage. Some of those ratings were maybe a little bit generous.
The ratings can be a bit of a mystery sometimes, can't they?
Yeah, they can, mate. Yeah. And what do you think about Gabe Welly?
Last game there was some definite promise there. I can see him. I can see it.
Savage can see the Gabe Welly. That's the third line to take away from this.
I think it certainly is. 1 game, 2 go for tonight. Then 1 match left, and it is your side. Iron Curtain United versus Bolton Phoenix. And looking into the last time, 5-1 to the Iron Curtain against Badgers. Had it been coming that your team was due a great victory, or was it just something went badly wrong for the Badgers?
Probably the latter. To be honest, I think started the season all right, and probably should be competing for maybe the edge of that kind of second, third, kind of pushing the top four sort of thing. Just hasn't happened.
Division 1B.
Yeah, probably. Probably haven't got definitely kind of compete with Trafford. Probably wouldn't be competing with Hools, but should be kind of competing with East Coast Fallaraki. Yeah, definitely.
You with the squad, I suppose.
And I think I went on a shit run of like losing 6 or 7 on the bounce, I think, at one point, which was when I was kind of mixing it up, just trying to kind of try different formations and stuff. So, not great.
Oh, yes, we haven't looked at your team for tonight, have we? A couple of players missing. Well, actually 3, isn't it? Missing, including Nikiforenko and Shevchenko.
Yeah, big players as well. But you probably get by without having them. It's when what's kind of stitches a little bit this season is when Smirtin or Milevski's been injured or suspended, which has been quite a lot because they've been smashing the tackles in. You can't take Smirtin out of that DMC and you've got to stick someone in there who's maybe not as good, or you move Milevski over and then your left back shite. The back four is shocking. But kind of in front of that, it's done enough to kind of Dimmel says we need to add Duggan laughing like an obese dolphin to the soundboard. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm not obese, by the way. So we should probably be doing better, but I think I'll say that it's probably the best concept in the league, so I'll have that.
And next season, of course, another concept that we've already had a bit of a glimpse of. What is it? The 2 Koreas, Japan, China, and Hong Kong.
It's the Asian sun, mate. The red Asian sun is going to come and fucking make everything in public ownership. I mean, it's going to be shit. It's going to be a shit team, but it's hopefully going to be funny.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to be the weakest team either. It'll be one of the statistically weakest teams, but it'll be it might not be the actual weakest one. It'll be competitive but entertaining. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Nanami, no Nanami next season for your own.
Oh no, he's in.
He is in. Oh,
yeah.
Stuff.
He's in purely on. He's in purely based on Tato shout. So yeah.
And of course, this week I don't know if other people have seen, but of course Nanami's greatest creation of Pro Evo isn't going to be
free.
It's not being called Pro Evolution Soccer anymore, is it either? It'll be eFootball.
And it's going to be totally free to play as well.
Totally free to play with purchased. I think it's going to have certain teams free and then certain modes to pay for. But something a bit different. But just a shame that the game just isn't quite as good as it
anything that stops. Yeah, anything that stops FIFA from monopolising football for consoles, because it's fucking shite. No, Tato, he wasn't in the original announcement. It was purely based on your shout. I'd never heard of him. And then Dan said exactly the same. So he's in there based on your shout, mate.
Yeah, he's a decent player in Army. From the few times I've seen him play. But yeah, absolutely, someone who's going to liven up that team, like a Nakamura kind of player, but without the free kicks. Anyway, so now this dead rubber in some regards, but of course lots to play for your own team. Phoenix now confirmed second place in the league, and their changes today sees Paulo Montero out, Carlos Gamera in, and Lucas Radaby called to the suspension more than he's been at his own team.
Yeah, that's another subject for another day. I could speak about no place I'd rather be for a long time, but I'll spare him it because he's just had a hard night with Fifey watching him play rugby, so I'll let him off. I mean, again, this is exactly the team that you'd expect to be second. Probably slightly weaker than Trafford because they went with the likes of Shearer, Batistuta, whose stats can fall off a cliff, as the Dragons know. But yeah, I'd definitely expect it to be up there, kind of competing where they are. And I think probably Ryan will look at Trafford's squad and be happy with second, because you're probably not going to touch that Trafford squad on most days, really, barring any massive injury or suspension crisis.
No, it would take some real No, we're bobbing our it's meant to take them on. I think in the way that they are. David mentioning never got into FIFA or Pro Evo, but World Cup on N64. Is this a certain World Cup game, or is it World Cup '98 with that was the FIFA, well, the EA game?
Did that have the that had the indoor on, didn't it?
That was Road to World Cup.
Road to World Cup.
Yeah, Road to World Cup '98 had indoor, and FIFA '97, I believe, as well had that. But,
yeah,
I still have.
What do you reckon the best? See, I think Pro Evo 3 or 5 probably the best
Five,
football game
yeah,
ever.
5, 6, those two. Yeah,
Yeah.
The music on 4 was quite good with the sort of like rocky tunes and all that on there. That was a bit different.
Yeah. favorite Master League player?
Meanander, probably. He was in there, wasn't he, in the Master League?
Yeah.
But I preferred the kind of like WE United and PES United players like Bag and Jig and Ronaldinho and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Virota.
Yeah. I like the was it Ivarov and Yeleni, the two massive centre halves at the back, and because the graphics were so bad, they looked as though they had their head caved in. Massive square heads playing centre half. It was class.
Adriano was the best. What was his 99 shot power? I used to like Taiwo from Marseille, the left back. He was a proper power shooter. Again, 91 shot power. He's always good for long range shots. And I did score an incredible amount of own goals on all those games. But if I wasn't in 3 figures of own goals in a game, it wasn't worth playing. Anyway, predictions for this one for your own team.
We should get a point. We should get a point. I think a point at least, even though we're missing a good couple of players.
And anyone else in predictions, you can catch us up with this because we're going to go for it now. Oh, and a yellow card for Carlos Gamera, stepping in for Montero and takes his early card. Obafemi Martins with his 99 pace that he had on there. Not bothered, but he's bothered. That's good. Dimble going 1-0 Phoenix. Fortuna going for 4-1 to yourselves.
1-0.
And 1-0 it is with Parfanov stepping in for Barassa for this game. So, yeah, I don't think I'd have had him down as first goal scorer.
Tell you he was class on 5. I think John Utaka was class on 5. I think it's rapid.
John Utaka,
Portsmouth.
Yeah, I did like being Portsmouth. Sort of Primus and Booba Jock.
Cranky R and class. Crouchy.
Yeah, I did used to like to still make my own transfers and everything during those games. Titov. Oh, no, it's Wayne making a joke. Quentin making a joke there. Parfanov, half time, 1-0. Let's take the stats out quickly. Your only shot on target has gone in.
Not great.
Steve stepped in with a comment there about attacker.
Utaka, not Otaka. Simmer down.
Yeah, it might be the same person, but he is the same person. But
yeah, Romachenko doing well. He's a bit of a beast, to be fair. Romachenko.
Yeah, he's done very well at centre back this season.
Yeah, I know you kind of like him at DMC, don't you?
Yeah, or MC, either of those two.
Yeah,
but he can do a good job.
He's stacked in DMC though.
Do a great job.
But yeah, decent.
Yeah, so I mean, Carpe's on 81 and Cigar got 83. I don't know if they matter to you.
Nah, we'll crack on. We'll go to the gulag if they start getting weak.
Oh, Tucker is the Irish one, of course. There's a Tucker for me as well.
There's a Tucker.
Less is more for Phoenix, so we will start the second half. And at the moment, your team looks like they're heading up the table, but I don't know, we're still too far from the end of the game, aren't we? A chance there, and there's Shearer with the equaliser. 2 matches in a row, or 2 of 3 matches, or whatever, and a goal just before the substitutes. It was Imaginary Madrid, wasn't it, last? Carpe's still on a 6 there, and also struggling a bit with fitness.
Yeah, we'll go Carpe in for Volodenkov and put Parfanov MC. And we will. That's all we do. That's all we'll do.
Just the one.
Yeah.
And Phoenix, just have a quick look at those. No real struggles either. So less is more. Mine will be done. And we're into the last half hour of round 25. And the final round of fixtures here for this division are like, it's 2-1. It's 2-1 to Phoenix. Turner and Alan Shearer. The final round of these games is likely to be, Cigar goes equalised. I'm going to stop talking about when the fixtures are likely to be because it's a more interesting game now. It's livened up. 2-2. Will there be a winner? I don't know. Sat looking at this thinking, is someone going to put in a final shot? Any big chance there, Rivaldo? Not quite. And a final whistle 2-2. You'll take that one, I guess.
And it's really, really fitting that the night ends on a Desmond. Yeah, I said a points fair. I think looking at them sides, Oliver Collins had a mare.
That's all right. I'll go back to ratings.
Yeah, Oliver Collins had a mare, but everybody from him forward for Phoenix have turned up, and I haven't really turned up. I've stole one there. I think I'd like to see the stats.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, definitely stole one. Not one corner.
No corners. 16 free kicks, 8 fouls, 8 offsides. So nicely balanced. Both teams keeping offsides at single figures. Not bothered. Symbol. Brilliant. That's the answer we all needed there. Yeah, Romoshenko doing well, and both fullbacks, although Parfanov did move into midfield and carried on his decent job, I guess.
Yeah, Milevski's just class, absolutely class. Smerton not having a massively good game. 1 tackle out of 7. It's bizarre. Yeah.
For the opponents, Gamera made up for his early yellow card with some excellent tackling. Rivaldo and Shearer did a lot of jumping without much success there. But 2 goals for Shearer sees him he's only on 5 league goals this season and needs another one to make it 10 in all competitions heading into that last round. So let's take a look at the final table for I say the final table, 1 round to go. 5-0 there, Allenwell versus Flamingos, and really we had 3 draws and 3 games that weren't really close. Sorry, 4 games that weren't really close.
Yeah.
There we are, the big red box with the white C in there. Trafford champions, 6 points clear, 1 game to go. Of course, they will see out the season against Phoenix. Could have been the title decider that would have been an amazing finish to the season, but it wasn't meant to be in that way. Well done to Daji for taking the title early. Hulls, East Coast, Valaraki, 48 points each. That can go any way. That's going to be extremely interesting for last day of the season. I don't know if anyone play each other. And then Allenwell secure at 6th. Badgers look like they've got 7th. Goal difference, there needs to be a huge turnaround. What we're looking at there, 21 goals between the 2 sides. So, I mean, if Wolves can get 11 past their opponents and Badgers can see 10, it will switch around. But
yeah,
you see that.
You think probably based on that, you'd probably back Dimble to finish 3rd, I reckon, based on what we've seen tonight.
Yeah, I think.
Falaraki were obviously playing. It's 3 points in the bag for the minute, but I'd probably back. What's the fixtures?
It'll be interesting having a little look at that one. Your team is still in with a chance of finishing 8th. Fixtures for the last round of the season. UN Rovers versus Falaraki, for some inexplicable reason, has been played a day early, but it doesn't matter. All it will do is slightly affect. There might be some players who get injured on training in the game before. Flamingo's goals against, we'll go back to that one in a second. I think it's 98. I'm not sure. It might be 97. It's 98, I think. And then we've got here Badgers, Allenwell, Flamingos, East Coast. Yeah, you look like we're back East Coast there. Fortuna, Imagine Rigid. You're playing Hulls. And then, of course, so the Falaraki game, Falaraki could put the pressure on the two sides, although they're not going to put the pressure on East Coast, surely.
Yeah, you'd be backing Dimble to finish third, I think, based on those fixtures. I reckon. I think we can get a point against Hools. Phoenix Trafford's interesting, so I think there's a little bit of a moral victory to be had there for Ryan.
Yes, yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, we might not have won the overall competition, but at least he can get a victory on that last game. And Dodgy will be looking at seeing if he can show that the team was as strong as we all thought by whacking the Phoenix. Yeah, lovely little joke there. Anyway, Racers versus Wolves will end out the season for those. Back to the table again, just a quick scan here. At the bottom, 97 goals conceded, 97 goals, 3 to go. And if Dimble and his East Coast side don't get 3,
They haven't scored that many. If you look, Dimble he's only scored 41.
Goals, yeah, it's not even. I mean, what did they get last time they played? It was 5-1 to East Coast. So surely Martin Keown got 2. Surely they're going to do this. Anyway,
yeah.
I will save that right now.
I've just got Wooder here. He's just popped in for the last kind of finishing thoughts. Obviously, as everybody looks towards next season and the concepts they're putting together, he's just got kind of like a couple of things he wants to say, I think. So Wooder, over to you, mate.
Best prepare your own danglies, lad.
Prepare your own danglies. Yeah, don't copy off him. That's pretty good. And in terms of how Dragons have been in the last 10 games. Any thoughts on that, mate? Got any thoughts on how Dragons have been in the last 10 games?
Basically.
Yes, mate. Yeah, we have. Yeah. And on that note.
Superb. Mr. Duggan, been a pleasure having you on the show tonight.
Thank you very much for having us. I'll not leave it as long next time.
It was quality entertainment from start to finish. And the football was all right too. But thanks a lot for Des for being here tonight as well, and all those that were at your party. And so a reminder of those last fixtures, which, as I started saying, but then the game got interesting. I think it will be this time next week, so on Thursday. And the likelihood is at the moment of the other matches, I think we're looking at a Monday for Division 2. Trying to come away from the weekends at the moment. There's a bit more to do on weekends, so it might well be Monday and Thursday night for the 2 leagues at the moment. As it stands, Division 2, as it stands, is Monday night. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone, and good night.